name is Jana Johnson. I'm here live at the Tree, South LA, and we're about to get into our yoga practice together today. So our practice is going to consist of mindful movement and meditation. And as we get into it, I want to just drop two gems for you. First is I want you to consider the idea that effort and ease can work simultaneously, or at least can be experienced in tandem with each other. So there may be times where you'll feel a little effort, you'll feel yourself trying, you'll feel yourself being really focused, and that's really, really great. And then there's times where you're going to be feeling really relaxed and at ease and passive and like you're not really trying. And that's equally great, okay? So please place equal value on effort and ease, all right? And then secondly, have fun with your practice today and be kind to yourself. So even if you're not doing exactly as I'm instructing, or if your body doesn't look like mine does, it shouldn't, right? We have two different bodies. So either way, as long as you're paying attention to your body and paying attention to your breath, then you're absolutely good, okay? So let's get into it. We're gonna start standing in our first pose, mountain pose. So if you can, bring your heels right underneath your hips, and then just let your spine kind of stack up from your hips, and then relax the arms out to the sides. We're gonna go ahead and close the eyes right here. And I want you to just feel. Feel your toes, feel the balls of your feet and the heels of your feet, the arches of your feet. Feel your knees, nice and relaxed. Feel your hips, your spine, your lungs and your heart. Feel the shoulders, soften and relax them. Elbows, all the way out to the fingers. And then feel your neck space, the front of your face, and the crown of your head. Just feel the whole body. And take a breath in and a breath out. Allow your mind to just sync up with your breath. And if nothing else, see if you can just let your mind stay in tune with your breath. Feeling that natural rhythm of in and out. Good, and as you continue to just softly focus on the breath, allowing your presence to be fully in this moment, in whatever space you're in. Take one more breath in right here in mountain pose. And exhale it out. Now, I want you to keep your eyes closed here, and we're just going to feel our body moving in space, all right? So take the arms, reach them out to the sides and then up overhead. Good, and then bring them back down to the sides. Again, inhale, reach the arms up and just feel your elbows, your shoulders, your fingers, and moving in space, bring them back down to the side. Do that two more times, moving from the shoulder joint and just feeling your body moving without needing to look at it moving, right? Just getting a sense of where your body is and how it's moving. Good, and then we'll relax the arms, bring hands to hips, keep those eyes closed. We're gonna do the same thing with the legs. So now you might wobble a little bit, that's okay. We're gonna move our weight to the left leg, lift the right and reach that foot forward, leg forward, move from the hip, and then bring it back. And then bring the leg behind you, move from the hip, bring it back. Again, eyes are closed, move that leg to the side, out to the right, and bring it back. Good, switch sides. So weight is on the right leg. We're gonna bring our left foot in front of us, bring it back, and then back behind us, bring it back. And then out to the side, bring it back. All right, little wobbles maybe. All right, now you can open the eyes if you want. Let's reach the arms up overhead. Reach up and press the feet down. And then we're gonna fold forward. Fold at the hips as you exhale. Good. Stay in your forward fold. Take an extra inhale here. And exhale out. Now we're going to come halfway. So fingertips to the ground, lift the spine so that it's flat. And then we may lengthen the legs a little bit as well to find some length in our hamstrings, space in the back of the knees. But it's always okay to keep a micro bend in knees and elbows when we put weight on them, okay? So take another breath or two right here in that halfway lift. And then we're going to come to a low squat. So hands are still on the ground. Start to bend knees, hips go low, and heels lift. Chest is forward, spine is long. Breathe in. Breathe out, and really take advantage of each shape, okay? So feel even the balls of your feet kind of pressing in here, our heels, our knees, all of it. And then back to our halfway lift. Flat back, long legs. We're going to come to chair pose. So lift arms and chest as you bend knees and sit hips low. Take a breath in. And out. And let's inhale to stand. Maybe take a little back bend. Be gentle to start. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Both arms up. Twist to your right. All right, we're going to twist through spine. Hips and legs stay anchored. Breathe in. Breathe out. Moving in all directions of our spine here. Let's come back to center. Twist to the left. Same thing. Hips and legs are anchored. Breath is flowing. Good. Back at center. Come to a lateral bend. So left hand down and then lateral bend to that side. Keep your hips center, or they might even stick a little bit to the opposite direction to where you're bending, but our feet are anchored, all right? Take another breath here. And then we're back at center. Come into the other side. Good. Both arms up. Hands to your heart. Take a breath in. And out. Let's flow through that twice more, just moving kind of harmoniously with our breath, okay? Find your own rhythm and flow with it. Inhale the arms, reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. Inhale, arms go up. And then forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift on the inhale. And then come to that low squat, bending the knees, lifting the heels. Good. We're going to come back to halfway lift. Chair pose. Take a pause. Feel the shape. And then inhale to stand tall. Maybe a little back bend. And exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Find that twist to one side. Inhale back to center. Twist to the other side. Inhale, center, lateral to one side. Keep the heart forward. And then inhale, center, lateral to the other side. Good. Back at center, hands at heart. Last time. Arms reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Low squat. Exhale. Halfway lift on the inhale. And exhale, chair. Now whole chair. We're going to add to that. Twist in your chair. So hands together at heart. Twist to your right to start. So that left elbow can come onto the thigh or hook beyond the thigh. Or maybe it's just hanging out in space. That's okay too. Find that spine lengthen. The hips are still reaching back. Take another breath in. Feel your feet. And exhale out. Good. Inhale to center, chair. And then exhale, twist to the other side. Same thing. Take your time. Find the space in your body and the stability. And next inhale, we're back at center. Exhale, fold forward. Good. And then we're going to come up to stand. Come with the flat back, stable core. Reach up to stand. And hands together at your heart. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Really good. So now that we're nice and warmed up, we're going to do our sun salutation A. So come to the front of your mat space. And this might be a little variation of it. Some variations are different. So we're going to come to that mountain pose, front of our space. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Plant those feet. Exhale, fold forward. Find a little length in your hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Prepare for the next shape here. And let's come to plank. So hands are going to plant on the ground. Step one foot back at a time until you're in plank pose. Pause here. Take a breath. Feel your balance. And then we're going to bring knees down first. And then chest and chin. Keep those elbows close. Slide all the way flat. Untuck the toes. Head and heart lifts, but use your spine to lift. Breathe and hold this shape. Exhale, lower. Good. Tuck the toes. Before we get to downward dog, we're going to come onto our knees and just reach your hips back to your heels. Take a little stretch here in the spine and the hips. And then from a balanced place, let's come to downward dog. Knees are going to lift. Hips lift high to the sky. And again, it's okay to have a micro bend in the knees. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more breath here. Checking in with your breath, with your body, seeing if you feel that effort, ease, balance. Good. And then we're going to look toward the hands. Walk the feet to the hands, back to our fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand nice and tall. Hands at heart center. Take a breath in and out. Let's flow through that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Feel it in the whole body moving as one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. Step the feet back. Take a pause in your plank. And you can lower however you want. Feel free to take that option again with knees first. And then chest and chin to slide flat on the belly. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Find that version of child's pose with the toes tucked under and our hips reached back to the heels. Good. And then come to your downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take another breath or two right here, feeling the balance in your body and the balance in your breath. Good. Now we're going to walk our hands back to our feet, coming to a fold at the back of our mat space. Take an extra breath or two right here. Feel free to even grab opposite elbows, shake the head yes and no. I like to think of just all the contents of my mind really emptying out to the earth when I'm in this shape, reconnecting with some sense of mental clarity. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Let's inhale for chair. Bend the knees, hips low, heart forward. Take an extra inhale here. And exhale out. Let's inhale to stand nice and tall. And then bring the hands back to your heart center. Now just find yourself standing nice and balanced here. Mountain pose again at the back of our mat space. Now as you're ready, we're going to get into a little balance walk, okay? So bring your hands to your hips for a little stability. And then we're going to start with our right leg, lifting and balancing our weight on our left leg, okay? So you can shift your weight, feel that weight kind of shift back and forth to each foot, each side. So it's a subtle shifting, but all of our weight is still supported even when we start to lift a foot a little bit and a little bit, like walking, right? So now we're just going to add some more time to holding our balance on each foot. Bring that weight to the left. Let's bend the right knee, bring it up toward the chest. Take a pause. And then we're going to exhale, bring that foot forward. So extend the knee. Good. Bring it back in again. And then open the hip. The knee's going to come out to the side. And then bring it back to center, closing the hips. And then we're going to extend that leg forward and just take a step forward. You can point the toes, see where it goes, and then land that foot flat. Hands are going to come to hips. Square your hips, making sure they're in the same line with each other. And then we're just going to fold forward about halfway. Keep the hips back. And we're just allowing a little more space and length for our right hamstring. Be gentle with the knees. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Hands are going to come down next to your front foot. And then start to bend your front knee. Walk your hands in front of your foot a little bit. We're going to come to warrior 3 here, okay? So our weight's going to shift forward just a little bit so that our back foot can start to rise up. Flex that left ankle. Try to keep the hips still square with each other. And that's another place where we're just feeling it, even though we can't see it. Feel it out. Reach that back heel to the imaginary wall behind you. And breathe. Good. It's okay if you're wobbling and falling. Again, have fun with it. Be kind to yourself. And if this feels like lightweight, then just lift the hands so that you're balancing only on right foot. Maybe bring the hands out to different positions. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to stay on that right leg. Lift the chest. Bring your left knee up to the chest. Standing staff. Good. Now place that leg back on the ground. Inhale, arms up. Half sun sow here. Exhale, fold forward. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then to stand with a supported spine all the way up. Exhale, hands at your heart center. Really good. Take a breath in and out. And then one more as we prepare for the other side. All right, hands can come to hips if you want, or maybe bring the hands at prayer, right? Just feel the difference in your balance. We're going to shift our weight to the right leg this time. Bend the left knee up toward the chest. Breathe it in. Exhale, extend the knee. Foot goes forward. Good. Bend the knee back again. And then open the hip, knee out to the side. Come back to center, closing the hips. And then we're going to step that foot forward. So you can point the toe. Just find a natural step forward. Plant the foot, hands at hips, squared hips. Fold halfway. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. And bend to the degree where you can really feel the back of that left leg and your hamstring world. Let your hips really press back. And take another breath here. Let's set up for warrior 3. So hands to the mat to start. Or if you know this already or want to play with it, you can go into it with no hands as well. But let your body weight rock forward as you bend the front knee. Back leg is going to start to lift. And then you can start to straighten front leg, straighten back leg. Keep that lifted leg active and alive. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Feeling that effort and maybe a little ease. Working together. Take another breath, my friend. And then use your inhale to lift that right knee to chest. We're standing up. Good. And then that right leg is down on the ground, back on both feet. Arms reach up. Inhale, nice and big. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Good. Steady core, come to stand tall, reach up, take up space here, and bring the hands to your heart. Connect with that heart, take a breath in, and a breath out. And one more breath right here. All right, so just take a moment. We're going to shake out the limbs, okay? Shake out the hands, the arms, the feet, the knees and legs. Just shake it all out. Let the energy move a little bit more. All right, and we're going to find just a little bit more standing movement first before we slow it down. So we're at the front of our mat space to start. Let's reach the arms up overhead. Take a chair pose here. So we've already been here a couple times. Just let the hips sink. Let the spine be long. We're going to take our left leg and step it back to a high lunge. So again, switch your weight to the right as you lift the left, and just step it back on the balls of that back foot. Take a breath in and out. Relax the shoulders as much as you can here. And then we're going to prepare for our full eagle pose by doing just eagle arms right here. So arms are going to go out wide. Keep your feet nice and grounded. Hips are even and squared forward. And then we're going to wrap our right arm under the left. And you can come right here, or the back of the hands can come together, or the front of the hands. All right, find some space in the shoulders as best you can. Take a breath in and out. Really good. Let's release that, arms back up. If you want, you can take another little back bend. Keep that balance as best you can and just feel the space in the heart. Good, and then slowly bring the hands to frame your front foot on the mat. And then we're going to twist to the right. So left hand stays low, right hand goes high. Back heel is nice and strong still. Breathing in, breathing out. One more inhale. Exhale that hand down to the mat. Good. And inhale, lift both hands back up. Now, we're going to open for warrior two. So the back foot is going to turn flat on the side and arms go wide. All right? So if you need to readjust, feel free. The stance can be wider or more narrow, but you want to feel the hip space. The right hip is open, and that knee ideally is in line with the heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Both feet nice and firm, grounded. And then we're going to straighten our front leg and reach the arms up. Take an inhale. Exhale back to your warrior two. Good. Again, inhale it up. Exhale, warrior two. Now stay in your warrior two legs, and we're going to reverse our arms, really moving in our right side body. Good. Now reverse that shape, bringing our right arm on our right thigh, left hand high. Extended side angle. Take a breath in and a breath out. Really good, my friend. Let's inhale up, back to warrior two. Straighten that leg again, and we're going to come to triangle. So our legs stay the same. Upper body, we're with our right arm. We're going to reach forward. Keep your hips pointing back. Try to keep the front of the body to the side of your mat space. And then when you're gone as far as you can, just bring that right hand down. Left hand up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really good. Let's inhale it back up. Turn to the side of your mat. Make a star shape. So heels in, toes out, arms wide. Feel your body wide and alive. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. From our feet to our fingertips, feel it all. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bending elbows and knees for goddess. Hips go low. Good. Take a breath in. Breathe it out. Feel the whole of your foot really nice and supported on the ground. Take one more breath right here. Let's have a little flow with it. So inhale to straighten legs and arms. Exhale, back bending elbows and knees. Good. Again, inhale it up. Exhale, flow with it. One more time. Inhale it up. Exhale. Feel the whole body engage. Inhale, stand tall. Parallel your feet so that the toes are pointing in front of you. And then we're going to fold halfway forward. So legs are long, spine is long, arms are still active and out wide. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's find a twist. Plant the left hand right in front of your gaze on the ground. Twist through your spine as your right hand lifts up to the sky. Good, and then bring that right hand where your left hand is on the ground. Twist to the left. Good, both hands down. Walk the hands to your back foot, your left foot. Turn both feet to face the back of your mat. Coming into your low lunge in the back, and then lift to your high lunge. And it's okay to have that back knee down if you'd like. So breathe in. Relax the shoulders as you breathe out. Find those eagle arms. So arms are wide. We're going to bring our left arm under the right this time. And breathe. Good. Arms out wide again. Up to the sky. Optional back bend. Optional. And then exhale. Frame the front foot with your hands. Twist to your left. Left hand up. Back heel. That right heel is strong and pressing back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left hand down on the mat. Let's inhale back up to our lunge. And then warrior two. Back foot pivots. Flat on the mat. Perpendicular with your front foot. Breathe it in. And feel free to make the adjustments you need to. And breathe it out. Good. Let's straighten the front leg. Arms go up. Exhale back. Warrior two. Feeling the whole body. Breathe it in. Exhale it out. Good. Keep the legs as they are. Reverse your warrior. And then extended side angle. Good. Back to warrior two. Straighten front leg. And then reach forward. Let the hips reach back. Triangle pose. Good. So just feeling out each shape, right? Allowing yourself to feel where you are balanced and supported, where you feel spaciousness maybe. And just letting yourself relax into it. Have fun with it. Take another breath where you are. Good. Let's inhale back up. Star shape. Toes out. Arms wide. Exhale, goddess. Yes. Last time for this. Let's inhale it up. Straighten legs. Arms up. Exhale. Good. Inhale it all up. Just embracing yourself. And exhale into it. One more time. Good. Now stay in your goddess here. And we're going to find a little lateral. Right hand up. Lateral to the left. Keep your hips anchored. Inhale, center. Lateral to the right. Good. Back at center. Straighten legs. Lift it high. Feet turn so they're parallel to each other. And then fold halfway. Good. And then fold all the way. You can grab your shins if you want here and just allow whatever kind of forward fold you want here. You can kind of hang and dangle the body. Maybe you want to come to a headstand or some other type of inversion here. Or just hang out in the fold. Stay with your breath, whatever you do, and just take this little rest, this pause right here. Breathing in, breathing out, and listening to how the body is communicating with you. The body is communicating through sensation, right? And it's in a language that only you can understand. So pay attention to that communication from within you. Breathe with it, be with it, feel it all, embrace it all. Take another breath in and out. Good. Let's bring the hands to the mat in front of us. Lift halfway. Walk your hands to your front foot. Turn both feet to face forward. Good. And then we're going to bring our back foot up forward to our forward fold. Inhale to stand nice and tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. Take another breath right here where you are. And let's float through our Sun B now. All right? So if you want to shake out the body again, feel free. Let's settle into this new moment as we prepare for these next movements with the body a little more fluid and mobile, right? So breathe into that space you've created for yourself, and let's get into it. So inhale the arms up overhead, and then chair on the exhale. Sit the hips low. Good. Take another inhale where you are, and then fold forward. Exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to plank pose. Step it back, hop it back, whatever feels good. And then let's lower however you wish. Lift head and heart for cobra or up dog. And then exhale, find your way to downward dog. You can take that little toe tuck child's pose if you want. And then when you find down dog, start to take a breath in and out. Then on the next inhale, right leg lifts for three-legged dog. Keep that heel flexed. Keep the hips in line with each other so they're even and squared. And then we're going to exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Take your time as you need to. Back foot is going to pivot so that it's at about a 45-degree angle and flat on the mat. And let's inhale to rise in our upper body. Warrior one. All right? So this can look a lot of different ways, like every single shape, right? But ideally, our hips, we want to be squared to the front. The tendency is for that hip that's in the back leg, that tendency is for it to kind of open. So it's okay if that happens. As best as you can, just feel where your hips are. So you can see my right hip is in front of my left. And then we're just working to bring them in the same line with each other. All right? Inhale, find your shape. Exhale and settle into it. All right? Just feeling it out. Let's add just a little to this. So bring the arms behind you. You can interlock the fingers. Just find a little space in the shoulders, rolling them back. And if you want, you can even come to a reverse namaste or just bringing the hands behind you. Just allow a little more shoulder space. Keep the chest nice and open. Take another breath in. And exhale it out. Good. Come back with the arms overhead. And exhale, we're going to find our downward dog. Hands to the mat. That front foot goes back. Really good. Left leg up on the next inhale. Three-legged dog. Feeling that difference in your weight balance, right? And then we're going to exhale, step it through. Pivot the back foot. Set yourself up for your stance in warrior one. And then inhale to rise. Breathe. Still feeling your attention on your breath and body. Good. Now, make sure you align as you did on the previous side. And then as you're ready, if you can take that option to bring hands behind you, find a little more space in the shoulders. Maybe bring hands to opposite elbows. Or find your reverse namaste. Palms together at the center of the back. Doesn't matter what the hands really look like. Just keep those shoulders spacious. Breathe. Beautiful. Reach the arms back up. Release that. Thank you, shoulders. And then we're going to bring hands back down. Find your downward dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Plank on the inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale to lower. Inhale, head and heart rises. And exhale, find your way to downward dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Look forward to your hands. Bend the knees, lift the heels. And you can hop or step your feet forward to your fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale to stand nice and tall, reaching up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Good. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Take a moment to check in with the feet, knees, hips, shoulders, head, whole body. Breathe into it and let it go. One more nice deep breath together. Let it feel good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now our last standing shape right here. We're going to do our full eagle pose. So we already did the eagle arms in a previous shape with the arms wrapped, either palms touching shoulders, back of the palms together, or full wrap. We're going to add the leg wrap to that. And so I'm going to tell you right now, same options. You can kind of let the leg cross and hang out in the air. You can let it cross and touch your toes on the mat. Or you can find a full cross where that other foot is lifted and not touching the mat. All right? So we're going to prepare properly for it. Take a pause, feel both feet on the ground to start first, and just feel yourself balanced, standing, nice and balanced. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Chair pose on the exhale. So this is the shape that we're pretty much going to stay in for eagle. Arms are going to go wide. Right arm's going to wrap under left to start. So whichever arm shape you take, go ahead and find it. Now before we lift the leg, find your dristi, as they call it, a point to focus on in front of you. Let that be a soft focus. And then start to lift your right leg and find whatever wrap variation works. All right? Keep the hips low and the shoulders up. Breathe in. Breathe out. A little effort, a little ease. Take another breath. Next, inhale, center at chair. Take your time and unwrap. Exhale, fold forward. Good, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, nice and steady, nice and tall. Good, exhale straight to chair pose, other side. So arms are wide, left arm wraps under right this time. Find your dristi, find your soft focus. And then let that focus infuse the body as you lift your left leg. Find your eagle. Just feeling yourself like an eagle perched on a tree. Just focused, knowing, ready for that next meal. Breathe in. Breathe out. You got it. Inhale to chair. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand tall. Hands at heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. So, so good, my friend. Last mountain pose. Arms to the side. Just take a breath in. Breathe it out. Feel your feet grounded, your shoulders relaxed, and your breath flowing full. Good, and let's make our way down. So reach the arms up, reach up to the skies, and exhale, fold forward to the earth. Good, plant your hands, step feet back to plank pose. Take an extra breath and plank. And then we'll bring the knees down to the mat. And then come to your hips, and we're going to bring the legs long in front of us. And we're going to come to what's called a saddle shape. We're going to take one leg at a time. Start to slow it down a little bit more. So we're going to start with our left leg. Bend that left knee. And just let the foot come out to the side. This is really for the front of our thigh world, hip flexor, and knee. So this whole leg gets a little love here. You can bring the leg closer if that's available for you, or let there be space if that feels more comfortable. So whatever works, just find your shape. Bring hands to the mat for support. And maybe you even walk your torso down a little bit. But just go slow and be in tune with that left bent leg. And then just settle into the shape. So right now, I want you to really just allow a little ease and calm to take over a little bit more than the effort and focus. Noticing how the breath feels right here. And just take 2 more full inhales and exhales. Good, and then we'll slowly lift our torso if you leaned back. We'll bring that left leg back long in front of us. Same thing on the other side. Take your time. Be kind with the body, with yourself. Find the shape that's appropriate for you. Again, only you can know that as your body talks to you uniquely. So find what's appropriate. Take a lean back into it if that feels right for you. And whatever shape you choose, just let your next breath settle and soften you into the shape. Sending your breath into those spaces in your body that are talking to you the loudest right now. The parts that you might feel the most or that your attention is drawn to. Just listening from inside. One more breath here. Good, and then we'll start to release that shape. Bring that right leg back long in front of you. And then we're going to come to our double pigeon shape. So it's kind of like a stacking of the shins, but you might want to start with just crossing the legs. One leg's going to be on top. Let's start with right leg on top. So it might look like a cross, like a crisscross seat. And then you might start to find more space in your hips to where you can start to stack the shins. So find what's appropriate. Feel free to move the meat and cushion from the hip bones that you need to. Find your groundedness on those hip bones. And we're going to lift our spine out of the hips and then relax the chest forward as we fold into it. So you can use your hands as support. The hands can even rest on your legs, or the forearms might even rest on the ground in front of you. But be kind to your low back hip world and try to keep your hips on the ground, rooted. And then soften into the space that you're in, sinking back up with your breath. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your head. And we're going to take a few more breaths here. Let those outer hips be soft and relaxed as well. And wherever else your body is speaking to you. Good. Let's release that shape here. Slowly, slowly uncross the legs. And let's switch sides. If you want to give them a little shake, do that. This time, right leg's on bottom, left leg's on top. And it's probable that this side feels different than the other side. Let that be okay. And just find your shape right here where you are. And then lean into it. Relax the hips, shoulders, the whole body as much as you can. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath right here. And then we'll slowly let that go. Uncross the legs, taking your time. Shake it out as you need. And then we're going to bring feet to the ground. Hips are balanced. Let's find boat pose. So the feet can stay on the ground. Arms can stay on the legs. And then maybe Start to play with lifting the heels, lifting the feet a little. Keep your core, upper body engaged. And then just find a little lift. Keep your heels engaged too. Arms can come out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Maybe you find a little more lift. Breathe. Good. Now, stay balanced on your hips. We're just going to hug it in, but feet stay off the ground. Good. Bring it back out. Hug it back in. One more of those. Hug it back in. And then we go out, and we're going to lower halfway. Bring it back up. Lower halfway. Bring it back up. Now lower slowly and go all the way. Flat on your backs. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Let's hug those knees into our chest. Keep the lower hips, the back of the hips connected to the ground, and just hug the knees in. Feel free to rock side to side, giving that low back a nice massage. And then finding center, extend the legs, feet to the sky. Toes down to your face, ankles are flexed, back of the legs are long. Breathe in, breathe out. Now our hands are going to reach up toward our feet, arms straight up to the sky, and then just lift your head and shoulders off the ground. Now use your core to do that. Lift head and shoulders off the ground, and then release it just a little bit. Don't touch the head down. And then bring it back up. Using that front core area, bring it back down. And then one more time, lift. Now stay lifted. Right leg is going to lower toward the mat until it hovers. Good. Left leg is going to lower to meet it. Good. Both legs up to the sky. All right, left leg goes down to hover. Right leg comes down to meet it. Both legs up. Hug it in. Let the head and shoulders relax. Whew, nice. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feet to the ground. Arms out to the side. Shoulders relaxed. We're going to plant and press our feet into the ground as we lift the hips off the ground, coming into bridge shape. Now keep lifting your hips up to the sky. Try to keep your feet parallel to each other in line with your hips. And breathe. If you want to make this a little more active, you can roll shoulders under the body and interlace fingers. It's an option. Keep pressing the feet down, lifting the hips up. And then slowly bring your spine back down to the mat. Good. We're going to find a little twist. So just like you were going to do bridge, lift your hips up a little bit and then let them set back down about 2 inches to your left. And then we're going to bend the knees to the right. So we're twisting through our spine. Readjust as you need to so that your shoulder blades can stay as flat on the mat as possible. And that you find that gentle twist through the spine. Relax the hips, especially that top hip. And then just allowing the breath to soothe from inside yourself. Maybe you want to twist at the neck a little, looking over the left shoulder. Just taking about 5 more breaths here. Nice. We'll come back to center. Knees to the sky, feet on the ground. Lift the hips again up to center and then over to the right about 1 inch or 2. Let your knees fall to the left. Find that shape that works for you. Take the option to look over the right shoulder this time. Soften where you can in the body and in the mind. Steady present in this moment.
start to make our way back to center.
Coming into our reclined bound angle pose, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and allow the knees to open to the sides. Arms can still be out to the sides for now, and just take a pause here. Front of our hips to be spacious, and our breath to be spacious as well. Meaning we're not rushing through our inhales and exhales, but we're really feeling the entirety of the inhale, the space between, and the exhale, and the space between there. Good. And after this next breath, I'm just going to bring our right hand to the heart space right in front of your chest, and the left hand to your belly. Just feeling your breath move your body, recognizing our breath and our body as one. Now you can keep the legs in this shape if that feels comfortable, or you can counter this shape by bringing the feet back on the mat a little wider than your hips and letting the knees fall in. But feel free to stay in that bound angle pose if it feels good. And with the eyes closed right here, we're just going to take a nice body scan, allowing the awareness to just float freely inside of your body, connecting with the various parts that make up the whole body. All right, so take a breath in where you are, feeling relaxed on the exhale out. Let your awareness float to your tippy toes. Reconnect again with the arches of your feet. Bring your awareness to the knees, then to the hips. Bring it to your belly, to your lungs, to your shoulders, your elbows, all of your fingers. Bring it to your jawbone, the eyes, the back of your head, the crown of your head. See if you can bring your awareness to the whole body, your whole body. Breathe into the body and breathe out. And with your awareness on your whole body, just see if you can feel a little appreciation for your body. Let appreciation flow to every single cell that is working on your behalf. Let that appreciation just float throughout your entire body. And then see if you can feel that appreciation just growing and emanating from you. Allowing that appreciation to flow to anyone else who might be in the room with you. Let it flow to anyone who's in the house or building you're in. Letting that appreciation flow to everyone in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, everyone in your country, and everyone on this planet that we all find ourselves on right now. Just let that appreciation flow and resonate from you to all. Feeling that connection with yourself and with all life. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now just feeling your place in all of that. We're going to into our Savasana. So take your time from whatever shape you're in to just lengthen the legs, lengthen the arms. Let the body rest for these next 2 or 3 minutes. As you just find a simple and sweet sensation of stillness, of silence, of serenity. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. With your next breath, start to just bring your awareness to fingers and toes as you bring subtle movement back to the body. And then start to bend the knees so that your feet can come flat to the mat. And just roll onto one side, taking a pause in a comfortable fetal position, the shape that life starts in, just cuddled up with ourselves. Breathing in, breathing out. You can keep the eyes closed and just start to lift yourself up, coming to a comfortable seat. Legs crossed or out long, whatever feels most comfortable. And we'll go ahead and bring hands to our heart center. Take a breath in and out. And with your next breath, just give thanks to yourself for showing up for your practice. Give thanks to body and breath for always being present with you. We'll bow the head and simply acknowledge that relationship with the self, that light and that clarity from within me. Recognizing that same light and clarity in others, we'll say namaste.